Greetings from Alola. Alola. Greetings from Alola. I don't know what I'm doing with intros anymore. I'm trying to be funny. It's probably annoying. It's probably coming off as there's a fat old man. I'm not even old. But visuals, as you'll know from last week's video, I did complete Pokemon Ultra Moon. I'm nearly done with Ultra Sun actually, so the team video might be up sooner than I thought. But anyway, I figured I've done film reviews and stuff. I've talked about TV shows. Let's do a game review. I've talked loads about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I've talked about why I was excited. I've talked about playing the game. Let's do a review on it. But some spoilers, I guess. Partly. Not too much. I don't know. I've never done a game review, so I don't know. There might be spoilers, so if you haven't played it yet, you've been warned. Pew. Sorry, it's an addiction that I cannot beat. Let me just start off by saying the game, for me personally, was perfect. Straight 9.5 out of 10. Doesn't quite get a 10, but we'll get into the reasons down the road. But it was pretty much perfect. I just said it was perfect, but then 9.5, that's not perfect. It was pretty much perfect. Reviews going off well. Yes, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon takes us back to the region of Alola, but in a different timeline, different universe, different comic booky feel to it. Takes us back to the Alola region, and it does change stuff. It's not just the same game that a lot of people thought it was going to be. It added a lot more. It gave a lot more to the game. It gave you a lot more out of the game. During the main campaign and after you complete the story and done the league and stuff, it was all round. It was fun. It was beautiful to watch just on the DS, and it was enjoyable. There was still quite a lot of cutscenes like there was in Sun and Moon. And personally, I mean, I haven't compared the two. I don't think there was as many. Disgusting, but there's still a few. But again, I didn't feel like it's this time around it stopped the flow of the game as much. They changed some stuff around, which was just thoroughly enjoyable. I didn't mind that because we've gone from Sun and Moon to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Get your words out. We've gone from Sun and Moon to Ultra Sun and Moon. Now I'm dribbling. And they did change a couple of things. It was the same formula, but they changed just sort of different layouts and different things on the way to getting to the end goal. Like the trials, a couple of them, the Lush Jungle. The trial this time around, it's the same sort of principle, but you can't disturb the Pokemon in their little nests and stuff. It was quite cool because at first I didn't pay attention, and I disturbed some of the Pokemon in their nests. Like there's a couple of Fomantis watching a tree, and I went for that one and took their items, and then they attacked us. I was like, oh crap, I seen you stood there. Why did I click on that one? And Weather Volcano, it changes from Salazzle, the totem Pokemon, to being Marowak, Alolan Marowak, which is great, but its skull's massive, because obviously it's huge. So it was nice to see that along the way. And Mina's final trial at the end, here on Pony Island. I love this one, because you go back and you fight the captains and stuff like that. So you sort of like round it all off nicely by going to battle the people that you hadn't battled before. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was a great way to end your trial going experience. The way they explored Ultra Wormholes was well, not explained, so you did it. Because obviously I played Ultra Moon first, so Lunala was captured by Necrozma. And you go on Solgaleo through the wormhole, and I was like, oh, well, alright. But then you get to choose after you've done Megatropolis stuff. Still can't pronounce it right. You get to choose. I'll change it to Lunala. But I was like, oh, what the hell Solgaleo is he? He's just wrapped up out of nowhere. Boy's chilling. I'm on his back, running through Ultra Wormhole and Ultra Space and stuff. That was crazy as well to get the hang of. I was turning and tilt on my DS. And I was like, where am I going? You're going into different wormholes. He had stuff like your Mega that you have to battle in some of the places and all that. But exploring the Ultra Beast worlds, I'm still iffy about them. If you haven't watched that video, go watch it. I'm still iffy about them. But that was so much fun because they're physically taking you from Alola to these different spots, and it says how far away you are from where you've just come from and stuff. And it was really cool because even though you're still in the same game and stuff, and you're still, you're not exploring other regions as much, but you get to explore outside of the region that you're in a little bit. But it's enough because there's so many different wormholes you can go through, and it was just fun. And for me, it was the first time when you get to you get to Pony Island, you have to go get the flutes. When he did that and Necrozma attacked, it felt like an actual, like I sat on the Xbox and I'm doing a boss battle. That's the first time in Pokemon I've ever done that. You get to the Legendaries, you get to the Elite Four, you get to the leader of the bad guy team, whichever game you're playing. It feels like you're doing a boss, but this felt because it had the dramatic cinematic scene battle going on. Then you have to fight Necrozma, then you have to fight him again in his light, weird ass, kind of looks like a kite to me form. It felt really dramatic and epic, and like, oh my god, shit is gonna go down with me and the Crows Maria. Having that gym put in that rotates and stuff. When I first did it, I don't know if it's the same for everybody. When I first did it, you got LT Surge's badge, which is cool. It says it doesn't do anything; it's just a novelty thing. But to collect them all was pretty dope. The battle agency is some of the most fun I've ever had in a Pokemon game. When you do the games and you get to the battle agency, let us know, because if you're going to have as much fun as I did, and other players that have done the game, if they've had the same amount of fun, it was beautiful. Mantine, so the biggest thing I love about Ultra and Ultra Moon and Sun and Moon was getting rid of HMs. They did my head in, and the fact that you interact with Pokemon to do stuff instead of just having, you know, a Pokemon that knows Strength or, you know, Rock Smash, Cut, whatever it may be. You interact with Pokemon. And Mantine Surf, instead of just surfing next time I'm done, it gives you that extra little bit of layer. That's why I loved Ultra and Ultra Moon. It kept on adding little bit of layers, and Sun and Moon, adding little layers to make the gaming experience. And every little things you may do makes them a little bit more fun. I haven't got bored of Mantine Surf. Going through, trying to get the highest score you possibly can. Let us know your high score in the comments below for Mantine Surf. It's awesome. One thing that doesn't make it perfect, which is a stupid reason because I was excited for it, and I am excited for it, and it's awesome, I love it, but at the same time it was annoying, was how many Pokemon there were available to capture. It took me ages to finally settle on a team. I was in an hour, I was like, oh, I'll have them. Train them up, and I was like, oh no, that's a P, I don't want that. That's my only gripe, they give me too much Pokemon, which is a good thing. And a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. And it was what it was. I think the game itself did all the haters, I think it did enough for them. It gave more, you did more, it wasn't the same story, interacted with different stuff, how stuff laid out, they changed stuff, they give you so much just to make it a different game. It was beautiful, it was amazing, it was fun, it was nearly perfect, but perfect, because the only reason why I'm not making it perfect is a weird reason that may make it perfect. Go Dan. But the main thing that give it such a perfect experience for me was it had a real Pokemon feel, a genuine, how you would expect if you was in real life, if it was true, how you'd expect your adventure to go. Water parts, not too much of it. You got deserts in there, you got rainy parts, you got jungly parts, islands, volcano. Everything about it just, and not, all the other games do give you a real Pokemon experience, and they have these aspects as well. But it's something about in Alola, it feels like how it really would play out in real life. Not that I live on a sunny island and stuff like Hawaii, but I don't know, I load it up, everything about it just screams like this is how a Pokemon world would be if a Pokemon world was real. It gave me that feeling and experience. Don't know if it did for you. If it did, that's awesome. But it felt like a real Pokemon experience. Yes, that was my review. What did you think of the game? Let us know in the comments below. It doesn't matter which one you played, Ultra and Ultra Moon, both, whatever. Let us know let us know if you enjoyed this review. I've never done a game review before. Maybe I mashed it and butchered it a bit, but yeah. I must go get my Pikipek disc because I am an addict. I need another spin. Don't do naughty stuff, people. Just spin Pikipeks. Oh, I just cut a bit of my Guardians of the Galaxy poster. It's not even the Guardians one, it's the Transformers one. I just took off the S from Optimus Prime. This thing is a deadly weapon. The army, for every government, start developing new weapons and stuff. Give them a Pikipek disc. They'll not only have fun, you will destroy. This could probably destroy a tank. I'd say it could. Oh, it's gone underneath another poster. It's the wreckage I just did to thingy, and it's gone underneath this poster, the South Park one. Fuck my life. I better go get that down because I have crazy OCD, and if I leave stuff for too long, it starts to drive at my head, and I know it needs to go back into its place. But visuals, that was the review. Hope you did enjoy it. Hope you did enjoy the game, like I've just said before I started larking about. Right, Tom, why didn't you actually predict how good was he in the game? How amazing was he? He helped out so much. But why didn't you just tell me that if I be an idiot, that's going to happen? Why didn't you just tell me? I'm sick of him. Doing my head in. Cheers for being helpful, mate. You're a legend. Like you, visuals are legends and visuals. I'm super sick as fuck. As in like sick as in like I've got mad skills. That was the review. You've been you. I've been me. Keep being you and keep on. On. That doesn't relate to Pokemon whatsoever. Oh, my voice has gone a little bit. Exterminate.